Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel, Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you a special video of what characters I would like to see in Super Smash Bros. 4. I'm shooting this video 2 days prior to E3 2013, so keep that in mind. Anything they announce in 2 days at E3, I did not know yet. Let's look at the previous games in the series, and how many characters there were in those games. So in Super Smash Bros., the first game, there was 12 playable characters. In Melee, there was 26. And in Brawl, there was 35 or 39 if you want to actually count the different character suit swaps, like Zero Suit Samus, Sheik, and the Pokemon Trainer characters. So from 12 to 26, then to 35, I'm really thinking the fourth game in the series will probably have something in the order of 42 playable characters. I don't think they're going to go crazy and add a whole lot more. I think they're going to eliminate a few, and they're going to give us some awesome, better ones. So who do I think would be amazing for the series? Who do I think is one of the best ideas that they should definitely do? Number one, I'm going to talk about, I think, 10 characters that I would really like to see in the game, and then 10 other characters. So 20 characters in total. 10 that are likely, and 10 more that are more of a dream. My first character I would love to see is this guy, Ridley, from the Metroid universe. Bowser is usually much bigger than Mario, and Ridley is usually much bigger than Samus. But they can make Ridley a little bit smaller, put her in, make it amazing. I think it would be great, have her fly around the stage and be in the Super Smash Bros. Universe. Another boss from a Nintendo franchise that I think would be great is King K. Rool. Now this might be out of the question, maybe it's not possible for Nintendo to put in this character because they don't own the rights anymore, I'm not sure. But I would lose it if King K. Rool was in the next game. There's so much they could add in, throw his crown, you could do amazing things with King K. Rool. Please put in King K. Rool, it'd be great. I'm going to make an argument throughout this that we need more women in the Super Smash Bros. Franchise, so I think they could add in as well from that series, Dixie Kong. I don't think they'll go with Tiny. If they add a girl, I think it's going to be Dixie. She'd be really cool, she could fly with her hair. There's lots that you could do with Dixie Kong, and a lot of women that play the game that I've played with kind of complain that it's a pretty sexist franchise. There's a lot of guys and not as many women. That is true. So put in Dixie. Great option. Last time, there was an amazing Pokemon trainer in the game that you could control 3 Pokemon. I think they might continue that, but they might give us the option of selecting 3 different Pokemon. Perhaps with something like a female trainer, and give 3 different Pokemon, maybe from Pokemon Gold and Silver or something like that. You never know. So I'm banking on a Pokemon Trainer 2. Another really major franchise from Nintendo is the Legend of Zelda series, and if you've played Skyward Sword, you know there's at least 2 characters in there that could make the cut, or could be in the game, rather. Girahim or Demise. Now, I'm trying not to do spoilers of who these characters are in the game if you don't know. Demise, I think, has to be in Super Smash Bros. 4. Such an epic boss, such an epic character, but Girahim could be in there as well. Next, I'm going to talk about the Sonic franchise. Sonic was in the game in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and I really think they need to add this guy here in the background, his nemesis, Robotnik, or Dr. Eggman. I think if you have everyone else's nemesis, you should put in Ridley, you should put in King K. Rool, you should put in Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman. And still from that series, because we had Sonic already, I mean Sonic's already in it, what about his best friend Tails? What about their other good friend Knuckles? I think we can see this trio of characters be in the next game. I think it would be amazing. There's the Mario and Sonic at the Olympics games, so I really think that they'll add in these 2 characters right here. Tails could use, obviously the 2 Tails. Knuckles, use the fist as much as possible. Could be amazing characters in the series. That was 9 characters, I believe, and the 10th character, I don't actually have an image of this, but I'm going to talk about maybe 4 characters. Namco is making this game. I really believe Namco is going to put in one of their own characters. The biggest character from Namco is Pac-Man. I don't really think Pac-Man's going to be in the game. There's not much you can do with Pac-Man in terms of abilities and fighting. It could be in, but I'm not really sure. I think a more logical choice from Namco would be Klonoa. I lent that game to my fiance, so she actually has that game. Well, we're sharing it, so I guess it's hers. I think Klonoa could be in the game from Namco. I think maybe someone from Bait and Katos could be in the game. They have a few options, but I really think that would probably be Kalas, or if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry, could be in the game. Great series, by the way. Or they could also choose someone from the Tales of Symphonia series. So they might choose someone like Lloyd Irving. I'm not really sure who they'll choose, but I think there's going to be a Namco character in there. So that's kind of my picks 10, 11, 12, and 13, I guess. If I continue with the idea of women in the game, I think they should put in Crystal from the Star Fox Adventure games. There you see Crystal right there. She would have a very different move type from Fox and from Falco or any of the other Star Fox characters. So I really think Crystal would be a great female addition. I think another female addition could be Lyn from the Fire Emblem series. I don't know where I put that game right now. I misplaced it, which is kind of embarrassing. But I think if they put Lyn in from the Fire Emblem series, that would be excellent. That'd be really cool. Lil Mac in Brawl was actually just an assist trophy, but I think it would be neat for him to be upgraded to a full playable character. He's a pretty iconic character for Nintendo, so I could expect to see that. Now these next ones, I'm not really sure. These ones are more of just a dream of mine. But Beautiful Joe, he's made by Capcom, but he's a great character on Nintendo games, consoles, and I mean, he'd be perfect for the series. He'd be really cool, great fighting abilities. It'd be cool, you could even have his suits, or the suit that he changes out into. To continue with Capcom, everyone's going to be screaming for this character, and everyone has for a while. Megaman. There's not much to say there. Megaman. If he's in it, everyone will lose their minds. Megaman. Yeah. Another complete pipe dream. Chrono from Chrono Trigger. I don't think this will happen. It's made by Squaresoft. I just don't see it happening. But it would be so cool to have Chrono in that series, to have him in the Super Smash Bros. Universe. It would be awesome. And my last, the 20th character I'm going to talk about. This is a long shot, but this is just one of my personal choices because I think it would be outstanding. Gino from the Super Mario RPG series. Please put him in, Nintendo. Please put him in, Bandai. That would be lovely. That would be excellent if you could put in Gino. So if any of these characters are in, I think it would be awesome. But I think the first characters I talked about are the most likely. If you like this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, and remember, as always, game on, and enjoy E3 2013.